Right, so I guess we can start now. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to UC. And this week is the orientation week, definitely, and today is the course advice session. So anyone that is here or online should be doing either Bachelor of Engineering honors or Master of Engineering. Am I correct? Yes, everyone? Cool. So if you're doing Bachelor of Engineering honors or Master of Engineering, you should be here. So I'll be going through the course advice session today. I'm going to present this whole session to you. I am the program director for engineering. So all of you, your program director is me, and my name is Mariam. And we have the moderator, Dr. Zina is here. So I'm going to go through the slides. I'm going to explain everything. But if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand. And also at the end of the session, we have 2-3 minutes for questions. If you have any questions, you can ask then as well. And the head of the school, Associate Professor Kumuru, will come in and say hi after we go through some of the slides. All right, so I'm going to start the session with the acknowledgement to the country. The University of Canberra acknowledges the Ngunnawal people, traditional custodians of the lands where Bruce campus is situated, this campus. We wish to acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and contribution they make to the life of Canberra and the region. We also acknowledge all other First Nations people on whose land we gather. So before I start, I would like you to just watch a short video, which is done by our dean, our executive dean, Professor Janine Deakin. And after that, we will continue. Okay, so I'm going to stop this and see if I can. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that's all right. So yeah, I'm going to stop it because unfortunately we do not have good audio here. I don't know what the problem is. Could be sharing the video on YouTube. Anyway, so as I said, Professor Janine Deakin is the executive dean of our faculty, which is Faculty of Science and Technology. So we have two schools that work together, our school, which is School of ITS, and the other school, which is School of Science. Together we form one faculty, and the dean is Professor Janine. Okay, so as I said, people that are here should be those who are doing Bachelor of Engineering honors and those who are doing Master of Engineering. And if you are here, it means that your program director from now on is going to be me. So if you have any issues regarding so first you go to student inquiries. If you have SciTech inquiries, if you have any issues after that, you come to me. And if you need to talk about your study plan, if you want to talk about any issues, anything regarding your studies, I'll be your program director. So the very first thing, important dates. So this Monday, 6th of February, is going to be the first the start of the semester. So if you have any lectures on Monday, make sure that you go to your lecture on Monday. It's going to be the first session. So next week is going to be week 1 of the semester. Then Friday 10th, so next Friday, will be the last day that you can enroll in any unit by yourself. After that, you need to get permission from the unit convener. So make sure if you want to enroll in any unit, you do it by Friday the 10th. After that, you need to ask the unit convener to do it for you. And another very important date is Friday, 3rd of March, which is the census date, which is the last day to withdraw from semester 1 units without incurring an academic and financial penalty. So let's say you have enrolled in a unit, but then you change your mind and you want to pull out. Please make sure that you do it by the 3rd of March. If it passes the 3rd of March, there will be penalty for that. So you need to pay for that unit. Make sure that you do it before 3rd of March. So to talk about some contacts within the faculty and the executive team. So the executive team, as I said, we have the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Janine Deakin. We have 2 associate deans, Associate Dean of Research and Associate Dean of Education. And also the Associate Dean of Education, we have Assistant Associate Dean of Education. So Dr. Luke is the Assistant Associate Dean of Education, and he's one of the program directors as well. And head of the school, that Professor Kumudu, that he's going to come in and he's going to just say hi. We have program directors. We are a team of 3. So we have Luke, Hamid, and I. But if you're doing engineering courses, definitely I'll be your program director. In case you want to change your major later, if you want to change your course, for example, you decide to, from Bachelor of Engineering, go to, for example, Software Engineering or Bachelor of Data Science or something like that, then you need to discuss with other program directors. But as long as you're within this course, your program director will be me. Now, some important places and some important things to do. First of all, has anyone in this room been to Student Central already? Good job. Yes. So what I want you to do after this session is going to be the lunch. Yes. So you go do the lunch. After that, make sure that you go to Student Central, which is located in building 1, which is very important. There you can get your student ID, your student email, and they will help you with your password and everything. So make sure after the lunch you go there. And we have the head of the school here, as I said, so just.
Thank you. Thanks, Mariam. Thank you. So I'm the head of school here. My name is Kumudu. A warm welcome to you all. I believe these are all our engineering students. So it is nice to see people coming on campus again. We have a full campus. For 2 years, we've been running virtually, and it's really nice to see you guys. As I said, we have Mariam, we have Zina here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them or ask me. When you see us, flick us an email, send us a message. We will be meeting in a social context at the lunch soon after, so please make sure you're there. Yeah, so welcome again. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mariam, and thank you, Zina.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you so much, Kumudu. So yeah, you just met the head of the school. So in case if you have any questions, your first contact would be student inquiries, then your program director, and after that, the head of the school. So again, as I said, your first place that you need to go and visit after the launch is Student Central. So please make sure all of you go to Student Central. It's located in building 1. When you go there, they will give you your student ID, your student card, and also they will set up your student email and your password. As soon as you have your student email, after that, any communication that you want to have within university with anyone inside university has to be done by your student email. Please do not use your personal email, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever. Please do not use that. Just your student email, because immediately when you use your student email, we see your student ID and we can understand like who you are, what course you're enrolled in. It makes things easier for us. Also, sometimes your emails might get blocked when they're from outside. So please make sure, if you want to contact your unit convener, your program director, anyone inside university, just use your student email. And also always keep an eye on your student email. So I recommend that you just have it on your phone and make sure that you keep an eye on that, because a lot of times there are announcements, there are like very urgent announcements that will be emailed to you. So make sure that you keep an eye on that. In addition to that, we have course advice. So if you need any advice on your course, we have course advice for different faculties. Definitely, we have course advice for science and technology. They can help you with your study plan. With, for example, you want to know more about your course. You want to know more about other courses. Maybe you want to think about, what if I want to change my course, right? So if you want to know all of these things, if you want to know about your study plan, which I tell every one of you, please make sure that you look at your study plan, have your study plan, and be familiar with it. So just keep an eye every semester, make sure that and try to go with what is given to you in the study plan, right? We cannot like monitor what all the units that you take through your course. So it might be like after 2 years, you take some units which are not inside your study plan, and then we can't do anything for you, right? So please make sure that you follow your study plan and make sure that you are familiar with it, you understand what are the units, what are the required units. Also, we have the Allianz team, which are available to assist international students. If you have any international students here or online, you need to have your health cover sorted. So Allianz team is here to help you. Again, regarding course advice, I explained this. Course advice, they help you with study plan, application for credit. So for example, imagine some of you have done another course somewhere else, another university, or even another country. Then you look at your study plan and you see there is, for example, discrete mathematics in your study plan, but you have studied a similar unit, a similar subject in another university. Then you might be able to get credit for that unit that you have already done in another university, in another country. So please make sure that you talk to a course advice group to see whether you can apply for any credits if you have done anything before. You can talk about variations to enrollment, variations to course requirements, issues with course progress, and application for cross-institutional study abroad and exchange programs. Again, this is very important. For example, some of you might want to do a semester abroad. You cannot do it on your own. You need to make sure, if you go there, for example, you want to go to Europe, you want to do some units in Europe, you need to make sure you talk to us first. We need to see whether that unit is accepted by us and is equivalent to some of the units that we offer here. Then we will let you do that. So make sure that you talk about that. Also, you might want to do some units earlier. For example, some units are offered in semester 2, and you want to do that in semester 1, and the same unit is offered at ANU, for example. And you think, how about I do the same unit at ANU? Will you accept that from me? Then again, that will be cross-institutional study, but you need to consult with us first and get the permission for that. As I said, communication with university from now on only done by student email, right? Nothing else. Please, please, please make sure you do not use your Gmail. I still have students, like 4th-year students, that send emails via Gmail. Please don't do that. It's not professional, first of all. Also, as I said, we need to know for your student ID who you are, which is easily identifiable by your student email. And also, a lot of times, emails that come from outside, sometimes they get blocked, so we don't see them. So make sure that you use your student ID. What else? It is very important that you monitor your UC email as well. Again, as I said, make sure that you monitor your UC email. You can just have it on your phone, because a lot of times announcements are done via UC email. If you have any problem with your UC email, make sure that you email servicedesk@canberra.edu.au, or you can just call them 6201-5500 if you're calling from outside. And if you're calling from like inside the university, it's just extension 5500. Okay, so all of you guys are doing Bachelor of Engineering honors or Master of Engineering. So each semester you have a set of units. Each unit is usually 3 credit points. When I say usually, 99% of the units are 3 credit points, except for some units, the 2 units that are the project units in the last year, which are 6 credit points each. And some units are 0 credit points, such as, for example, internship and work experience. But most units are 3 credit points. Every 3 credit point unit needs 150 hours work from you guys. 150 hours, which includes the time that you put to go to the lecture, the time that you put to go to the tutorials, the time that you put to practice, all of that, the time that you put to do assignments, all of that for any 3 credit points is roughly 150 hours. So please keep that in mind. If you're working outside university, please make sure that for every unit you have 150 hours aside through the semester. So as I said, for a typical ITS unit in semester 1 or semester 2, 3 to 4 contact hours per week. Contact hours includes lectures and tutorials. So together 3 to 4 hours. 4 to 8 independent study hours per week. 8 to 12 hours in total per week over 13 weeks. And full-time, usually you have about 4 units per semester if you're studying full-time. If part-time, 3 units or less. So just do the calculation. You're doing 4 units. Each unit is 3 credit points, 600 hours through the semester for your studies. So whatever you want to do, you need to find extra time for that. So some of the services that we have on campus, one of the very important one is Study Skills, which is on campus and online study help, which helps you with time management using online learning sites such as My UC and UC Learn, which is Canvas. I will talk about that. So all of you should have one of these papers, right? There's a QR code on it. If you scan QR code on it, it takes you to Canvas. Yep. And I will show you Canvas and I will explain more about that. But just like know that Canvas, or like UC Learn or Canvas site, is the online platform for every single unit that you will have. Every unit that you have, anything that you want for that unit, I say anything, will be on Canvas. So if you want to watch the lecture which is recorded, it's on Canvas. If you want to find the lecture notes, it's on Canvas. You want to know the tutorials, Canvas. Assignments, everything. Everything is on Canvas. Also, the unit convener will put announcements on Canvas. So if, for example, something happens, a unit convener needs you to do something, I don't know, they put an announcement on Canvas. Again, I will show an example there. So Study Skills will help you if you have any problem with Canvas, with UC Learn, with My UC, which are the online platforms. If you have problem with writing your assessments, Study Skills will help you with that. If you have problem with research and note-taking, if you're an international student and you might think that you have some problems with English language, academic integrity, referencing, and many, many more. So Study Skills services, one service is Ask Advisor. So they help you with general study and library help. Study Skills Drop-in. So there are specialist study referencing and language help. PALS, which stands for Peer Assisted Learning Sessions. So there are group study sessions for a lot of core units in our school, so you can go to them. Another one which is very important, which is MASH. So for all of you that are doing engineering, you need to know mathematics. And I know that a lot of us, mathematics, like we come back to university, we might have forgotten about mathematics, or in high school, we might not have taken it seriously. Then MASH is here to help you. So they are specialists, math, statistics, and IT help. So make sure if you need any help with that, you keep an eye on them. And then we have Studiosity, which online 24/7 study help, writing feedback, Connect Live, and study skill courses. We have some self-paced courses. So there are courses that you do on your own time, whenever you want. For example, one of them is Academic Integrity Module, Study Skill for Success. And we have workshops. There are ongoing workshops that you need to attend. So one of them is English for Uni, Study Skill for Success. Next thing that I want to talk about is about health and well-being services. So we have some services on campus. One of them is the medical and counseling service, which is next to Student Central, which I said go there after the lunch, building 1. So medical and counseling, they accept any OSHC insurance. So if you're an international student and you're holding some OSHC insurance, they will accept that. And they have also like doctors and nurses, and they have counseling sessions. So make sure if you need to see a doctor, you can just easily book there, medical and counseling, and go there. We have another service, which is student well-being. So it is again located in Student Central. The student well-being team provides individual support and information to help you navigate your journey at UC in the best way possible. So if you're going through any hardship at any time, I'm not talking about now, from now till the end of the next 4 years, 2 years, whatever that you finish your course, you might be going through some rough times. You might feel a little bit down. You need some advice, some professional advice. Make sure that you go and talk to student well-being. They're here to help you, and they're professionals, as I said. So they provide confidential advice, referrals, and support with any challenge or concern that you may face, including grievance, misconduct, financial difficulties, personal concerns, and any other challenges you may face. We have some specialized services as well. One of them is Careers UC. So if you need any career advice, if you need some advice regarding internship, placement, work integrated learning, Careers UC, they're very, very good, especially in Canberra. I think we are very lucky. We have access to many industry partners. So please, if you need any advice regarding careers, regarding placement, internship, make sure that you go and talk to Careers UC, again, building 1. Inclusion UC, located in Student Central. This team provides support for students with disability or ongoing health condition. So a lot of us might have some ongoing health conditions. So please, if you have any ongoing health condition, make sure that you talk to Inclusion UC. It's very important, because Inclusion UC then will advise the unit conveners regarding any requirement, if you need any special requirement, if you need any special adjustment. So if you have any ongoing health condition that might affect your studies, make sure that you go and talk to them. They will, as I said, contact the unit conveners and advise the unit conveners on any adjustments needed, for example, for your assessments. They will then easily you will be given extensions for the assessments or any other adjustments that you need. We have international student services, which is again very important. If you're an international student, it is located again in Student Central, which gives advice on confirmation of enrollment enrollment variation, which is very important for your visa. Make sure that you go and talk to them. Student visa conditions and other stuff. We have Nunavut Center, which gives assistance to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders students. Student advocacy and UC Food Pantry, which provides free food to students. How good is that? So make sure that you keep an eye on all these services. Another program that we have here is UC Student Mentor Program. So sometimes you need help, you need mentorship from someone who has been in your shoes, right? So you don't want to get mentoring from someone who is like way older than you. You want to get it from a student who has experienced the same things that you're experiencing now. So we have UC Student Mentor Program, which is the UC Student Mentor Program is students supporting students. UC student mentors are role models, they're university guides, they're peer supports, and they give you ongoing connection, and they're community builders. So if you feel like you need help from a student mentor program, just keep an eye and go and talk to them. We have some societies within our school. We have UC Information Technology Student Association, University of Canberra Student Developer Organization, and last but not least, these two, which are very important. UC Engineering Society, I recommend all of you guys, they do fantastic, fabulous stuff. UC Engineering Society, some of the projects that they do, some of the things that they do, I'm just in awe. So make sure that you send an email to them if you're interested in to see like what is the future for you guys as engineers. And they do, as I said, some very, very cool projects. They do a lot of like industry lectures. They do a lot of visits. So make sure that you become a member of UC Engineering Society. Just send them an email, and they have this Facebook page and UC XCOP page. And also, if you're a female, so UC Supporting Women in STEM, which is again amazing. They have a lot of events which are not just for females, but they are here to support women in STEM because we love our women in STEM. And now we get to the Canvas side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through Canvas side and I will explain to you. So as I said, Canvas site is the platform, the online platform for every single unit that you're going to have from now till the day that you graduate. Every single unit, you'll be working with Canvas. So everything is going to be on Canvas. So every unit has a separate page, separate Canvas page, separate Canvas site. And also we have a separate Canvas site for the School of ITS. So anything new that comes up, you can find on School of ITS. So I'm going to go through this. Just give me a second. I need to share it with the... Okay. So as I said, this is the Canvas site of the school. So you have all the information here. Generally, any Canvas site will look like this. So you're going to have the main page, and you have some like options here. So home, which is the home page. And you have announcements. So any announcement will be here. For example, like some recent announcements, which are like some internship opportunities. So if there's always announcements regarding opportunities everywhere. So casual jobs, events, and also other stuff such as, for example, if you scroll down, you see this is the same video that I tried to play, but unfortunately the audio wasn't working. So you can just watch that. Here we have a lot of things, a lot of pages that you can go and have a look. So study plans, very important. So for students studying in Canberra, for students studying remotely, for example, you're a student studying in Canberra, and you are doing Bachelor of Engineering Honors. And you're doing Bachelor of Engineering Honors starting in 2023. So you have the homepage of that. So typical study pattern, standard full-time, semester 1. So it tells you, for example, this semester, most of you will be doing database design, discrete mathematics, introduction to information technology, introduction to network engineering. This is the typical study plan. You might need a study plan which is tailored just for you. Because, for example, you have done some other units somewhere else. Maybe because you have done, as I said, like you've done some credits before, or you're starting in semester 2. So this is the typical one, but if you think you need some changes, you can talk to the advice group, study advice group, and they will give you a new study plan. And other stuff, so for example, you might, after this, you might think that, oh, what was the name of that woman that was our program director? So you jump here and you can see your program directors, meet the program directors here. So here I am, you can see like my email and the courses that I am the program director of. Now, this was specifically for this School of Information and Technology Canvas site. Now I'm going to show you another Canvas site, which is an example here. So this is one of my units, one of the units that I was a unit convener. It's from years before, but I will just give you an example. So here you have the home page. In the home page, you have some general information about the unit. So for example, what is the course overview? What does this course cover? What is it about? So you can see it there. Who runs this unit? Who gives lectures? Who is the tutor? So you have the teaching team. So what is the timetable? What is the syllabus? What does this unit cover, like in terms of each week? Which weeks do we have tutorials? When do we need to do assignments? So you have the timetable of activities. And also here you can have a look and see for each assessment, what is the percentage of each assessment? And also you can see if you scroll all the way down, for example. So these are all just a timetable. Here you can see, this is from last year definitely, but for example, you can see our first assessment is due 23rd of September. Okay, cool. So you have that in mind. So you can see all of these, although these assessments are not open, you can see the deadline for them. And then you have modules. When you go through modules, you have for every week you have different, like for example, lecture notes. See, you have lecture notes or any other documents uploaded, for example, tutorial notes or anything else you have for different weeks under modules. You have assignments. So every time that an assignment is due, it's going to be under assignments. If you have any quizzes, there will be quizzes there. Reading list. So for example, you can see what is the required book for this unit. These are the reading lists which you have access through library. So if you click on that, it will be open for you if you go through Canvas. And another thing which is very important is lecture recording. If I find it, lecture recordings. So every time, see, for example, this is the first lecture for that semester. Every time that a lecture is finished, the recording of that will be uploaded in lecture recordings. So if, for example, we are in week 2, by the end of week 2, lecture 1 and lecture 2 will be uploaded here. So every week after the lecture, its recording will be uploaded here. Also, some units are run via virtual room as well, which is the online room, and it's interactive. So you can get online, ask your questions, and as I said, it's interactive. And other things that you can find on Canvas. So these were some examples that I gave you for the Canvas. If you have any problem, you can always go to study course advice group, and they will help you with UC Learn or Canvas site. And not sure if anything else is. Another thing, stay up to date with SciTech. If you want to know news about SciTech, we have Facebook page, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, and we have LinkedIn. So it's always good to, if you have like any of these social platforms, just you can just keep an eye and see any news about SciTech. And if you want to find course information online, we have the digital handbook, which has information on your course unit, including typical study plan, when the unit are available, and what are the prerequisites of that unit. So for example, if you want to do a unit, there are some of the units, they have some prerequisites. So you need to make sure that you have done them before. If you haven't done and you think that you can, there is for some reason you can do that unit, you need to apply for a waiver. And you can find the unit convener contact details, unit outline, and textbooks. So I'm going to open this. So this digital handbook, you can find your course here. So for example, enter a keyword, engineering. Bachelor of Engineering Honors. So that is your course. For example, if you're not doing masters, you can look for masters as well. This is the digital handbook, and it has everything, course information, typical study pattern. So for example, typical study pattern, semester 1, you're doing database design. What is that unit? So you click on that, it will take you to all the information about this unit, database design. It tells you when it is offered. Here you have all the information, and if you scroll down, you can have a look at the unit outline, the very recent unit outline. For example, semester 1, this is the unit outline, which is the unit outline of this unit in this semester. And who is the unit convener, who is the moderator, who is the lecturer, and all of that. You can find it there. So make sure that you just have a look at this digital handbook of Bachelor of Engineering Honors. It has most of the information about your course there. Yep, and that's about it. Cool. Now I'm here. If you have any questions regarding whatever I said, if you have any other questions, just feel free to ask. And also, if anyone online, if you have any question, you can just like put it in chat. Yep, we have Billy, Harsh, and Musaddiq. If you have any questions, you can just like put your question in the chat. Any questions? So again, as I said, this has the QR code. You can just scan it and it will take you to UC Learn. Do you have a question? For the lectures, no, it's like you need to wait. You need to wait for the semester to start, and then it's going to be uploaded. So as I said, some of the lectures, some units I know that they they just upload the lectures. Some units which are like pre-recorded, but they upload it on the week, not beforehand. And some units, it's just like the lecture that is run inside the class, that will be recorded and uploaded. For example, in my units, I do both virtual room and like the face-to-face. So both of them will be recorded at the same time as well. Yep. Any other questions? That's a very good question. Okay, that's a very good question. So, let's see. So we talked about the units. Sorry, I'm trying to find the handbook that we opened. Where was it? Let me try to open the handbook. Okay, so this is the handbook. Yep. So you can just like Google it, Bachelor of Engineering Honors UC. That's the handbook. And then you go through the typical study pattern and you have every single unit that you want. You can even like Google this, for example, database design UC. So you want to know what to expect from this unit. So the database design here, you see like everything about it, prereq, coreq, availability, timetable, resources, and gives you the required textbook. So maybe, for example, beforehand, you can go and have a look at the textbook if you want to get some more information about that. And also, if you want to know more, always you can email the unit convener. So if you want to know who the unit convener for that specific semester is, you go to unit outline, the very recent. For example, this semester, it is Dr. Ahmed. You can just like send an email to him and say like, what do I expect from this unit? Do you have any other extra resources that will help me? So all of this, you can go and find it there. Oh, no worries. Any other questions? No? Cool. All right. Thank you so much. So we'll just like finish this. And again, if you have any questions, please make sure that you send an email to SciTech Student Inquiries, SciTech Student Inquiries, and also my email. You can find my email as your program director, and you can ask me if you have any questions. So we are all going for lunch now. After the lunch, please make sure that you go to Student Central and get your student ID and your student email. Cool. Thank you. Cheers. I didn't.